Hi guys, it's Miss Stacy. So this week is the beginning of December, which is what we think of as being like a cold month, and later in December winter starts, which is the coldest season. And December 1st is actually also a kind of a silly holiday called Antarctica Day. So Antarctica is a continent that's really cold. There's lots of ice and snow. So for OT group this week, we're going to do an activity that has some ice. We're going to do ice painting. So we got to kind of do the first part of this video, and then we're going to let our paint freeze and turn into ice, and then we'll come back and do the second part. But the first part is we're going to make some ice cubes that have different colors, and those are going to be our paints later. So what you need is an ice cube tray, some water, and then either some food coloring or some paint. I have food coloring, so I'm going to use that. So I'm going to open it up and take my food coloring out so they're easy to grab. So you could use any colors you want, but we're going to use the colors that were in our box. So we'll use blue, yellow, green, and red. So we'll have 4 different colors. So to make our paint, we're going to take some water, and we're going to very carefully pour some water into each of the holes. You could fill it up at your sink too if you're doing it at home, but for our video and for me, it's easier to use the measuring cup. So I'm going to pour it in there. We're going to get all different colors eventually, but right now, they all just have clear water. Do you know how many we did? We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 so far. Here's number 11, 12. Is this like an extra big ice cube tray, or did I count wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's an extra big ice cube tray. Wow. So this is 13 and 14. Usually ice cube trays only have 12. But this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh my goodness. All right. So we have our colors here. So we're going to make 3 of each color, but then we'll have a few extra. We'll decide what color we like best, okay? So I'm going to take my red, and I'm going to put a few drops of red in here. Maybe like 2 drops of red. We'll stir it and see what it looks like. Can you see it? I think this is one of those things where you don't really need to see me. You kind of need to see what we're doing. So we're going to do this so you can see better. All right, so you see that? We made that red. We're going to make a few more red. I'll leave some space for the other colors. We'll make this one red. We'll make this one red. So we'll stir it up. So here's another red one. And here's another red one. Okay, I'm going to put my popsicle stick down. Uh-oh, what should I put it on? Hold on 1 second. I'm going to get a piece of paper towel to put my popsicle stick on. Okay, so we don't get our table all red. We'll put it here. So our next color, we finished with red. Now we're going to do blue. So I'll do 2 drops of blue here. 2 drops of blue under our next red. 2 drops of blue here. We'll get a new popsicle stick, and we'll stir the blue. We'll stir this blue. We'll stir this blue. Oh, nice. All right. So our blue is all finished. Now we're going to do yellow. So I'll put 2 drops of yellow here. 2 drops of yellow here, 2 drops of yellow here, and then we put the cover on. So yellow is all done. What do you think we're going to do? We're going to stir it. Stir it up. Stir it up. And then there's one color we didn't do yet, and that's green. So we're going to do 2 drops of green here. 2 drops of green here, and 2 drops of green here. And we're going to take our popsicle stick, and we're going to stir. And stir this one, and stir this one. We have 2 more, because I didn't realize how big this was. So how about we try to make a little purple? What do you think will happen? Did you know that if you mix blue and red, you get purple. So let's try putting 1 drop of blue in each one and 1 drop of red in each one. And we'll see what happens, if it turns a good color or if we need more of a certain. Oh, it's super dark. So it's a little hard to tell if it's going to be a good purple. I think it might actually need a little bit more red. So we'll do that, and then it'll be kind of a mystery. We won't really know until we actually use our paint if it turned into a good color. So these are going to freeze into ice cubes, but then if we try to just hold them and paint with them, our hands, I'm going to open it up so I can see, and our hands would get really dirty and really cold. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a popsicle stick into each one. So some of our popsicle sticks are already dirty. So did you remember what color? This one is green. We'll put that into a green one. This one is yellow. We'll put it into a yellow one. This one is red. And this one was blue. So we'll put popsicle sticks into all our other ones too. They won't be straight. They'll be leaning, but it's okay. We can still paint that way. If you think of it, when your paint is freezing, when it's like halfway frozen, you could go back and try to make the sticks go up and down when the paint is a little bit harder, but it'll work like this too. So we need a few more sticks. Luckily we have extra. Alright, so this is what our paint looks like now. So I'm going to put it in the freezer, okay, and we'll come back to the video again when they're frozen and see what we can do with them. Alright, so I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, we're back. So our paint had time to freeze. Now we have some ice to paint with. It took a while. It took like 3.5 hours for it to be frozen. But look what we have now. We have our green paint. We have our blue paint. We have our yellow paint. We have our red paint, and we have the one that we tried to make purple. I don't know how well that one worked, but we have it to try with. So now's the fun part. Now we just get to try painting. So I put a few pieces of paper on top of each other because I don't know if it'll go through. It's kind of wet. I'm going to use construction paper so it'll be able to soak into it a little bit. But let's start. What color should we do first? Do you think we should do green first or red first? You think we'll start with green? All right, let's see. So we can hold on to it and start painting. Whoa! Look how cool that is. It's making a whole design while the ice melts a little bit. You can turn it in different ways. And you have this little handle to hold on to. Let's try another color. Should we do our red now? So we'll put our red on the paper. We can move it like this. We could turn it sideways. So whichever your hand holds, if it's hard for you to hold things this way, you can turn your hand this way and still do it. You could even turn your hand this way and still do it. So whichever way you can hold your hand, you can still try. Let's try. Here's our yellow. The yellow is really watery. I saw somewhere that you can mix flour in with it and it makes your paint thicker. So I didn't try that, but if you do this at home and you want to try it a different way, you could try adding a little bit of flour to your water. So there's yellow, and here's our blue. The blue I don't think froze quite all the way. It has some lines in it. Can you see it? I don't want it to drip on my computer, but look at that. It's got some lines in the bottom. Let's see. Oh, it's still working though. Still painting. It looks really cool. Look at that. We have the purple that we tried to make. I feel like it's a little bit more grayish than purple. It had too much food coloring. Kind of looks though like a grape popsicle. You know when you melt a grape popsicle, it gets a little watery, so it does look purplish. I guess that's what we wanted, right? So let's take a look at what we have so far. Whoa, is that pretty cool? I like it. Do we want to see if we can try writing with it? Let's see if we have more paper. It did soak through a little bit. So we gotta make sure that we keep a paper under it So we'll put this guy over here on the table. All right, so I'm gonna try making some lines now. Maybe I'll use the green because we liked the green. I'm gonna try going, oh, it's drippy. I'm gonna try going down, down, down. Pretty cool. I'm gonna get another color. I'll get the red and I'm gonna try going across, across, across. We could make polka dots. We could write a letter. I could try to write an S for Miss Stacy. You see my S? With all my lines, it's hard to see with everything on top of each other, but there's my S. So it's pretty cool. It's just fun to play around with. So if you have an ice cube tray and some water and some food coloring or paint and either popsicle sticks or really anything you could stick into it. You could use a straw. You could even use like a plastic knife or a plastic spoon, whatever you have in your house you could use to make a little handle. And then you can just play. And you can paint with these for a long time before they melt. Because look, we've been using it for a while. And there's still a lot of ice left there. Alright? This is our nice cold ice painting for the start of December and for Antarctica Day. And if you give it a try, I hope you have fun. Alright, bye!